Right, we'll get cracking. Let me just find my PowerPoint, and then we're in action. Here, where are we? There we go. My PowerPoint's decided it's going to go into widescreen, which looks very impressive. Where are we? There we go. Good. So press record. Done that. So you're very lucky, you lot. I forgot to send the link out to the morning class. They were all they're all sending me emails at 9:45 saying, "Where's the link? Where's the link?"
We thought just because
I found it in my spam. Thanks for Julie. Thanks for Julie.
That's where I found mine, Jill. So
Yeah.
but only at about 1:25.
So let's get cracking. We've got a lot to get through today. Actually, it'll be a miracle if we get it all done in an hour. But we'll give it a good go. So, hola, ¿qué tal? Bienvenidos a la lección 11 de la clase de Español Plus. Espero que todos hayan tenido una buena Navidad y Nuevo Año. ¿Alguien recibió una vacuna como un regalo de Navidad?
No. I'm too young.
I know Tony did.
See?
Have you recovered from your ordeal, Tony? Susan too? Good.
What you mean the jab?
Yes, yeah.
Didn't feel anything. Haven't had any side effects. All I'm concerned about now is getting the second one.
Oh, you'll be fine. You only need
Yeah,
one.
fine.
You only need
Yeah.
Well, that's just, if you like, a side comment on the way things are going.
Yeah, you'll get one round about next Christmas, I think.
Yeah. Soy más joven.
Yeah, see.
Oh, okay.
Me too.
Of course you are, Bren.
Yes.
Well, tuve una buena Navidad y gracias de nuevo por la botella de ron. Fue una Navidad muy tranquila en la nivel 4, sin hijos, sin nietos. Aún no he visto a mi nueva nieta Alice y ahora estoy en cuarentena porque mi hijo Tom regresó de Ecuador. Durante los próximos 10 días no puedo salir de la casa y al jardín, ni siquiera para pasear al perro. Ni siquiera estoy seguro de estar hablando contigo. I'm not even sure I should be speaking to you. I'm in quarantine because my son's back from Ecuador and so he's living with us. So we've got a quarantine as well. So
Goodness me.
I'm dependent upon deliveries from various supermarkets, and all their sites had frozen last night when I went on. There was obviously such a panic to get the pasta and toilet rolls that Sainsbury's had crashed, and even Morrison's was bending a bit. Anyway, it'll soon be over.
Oh, the quarantine, not COVID.
No, oh no, I've not got. I don't think I've got COVID. I've had 3 tests now, and I've been negative each time. It's a bit. A bit of me wished I'd had it, and then I could have got it over with. But I don't really want it. Truth be known.
Did you have the symptoms to get the test?
I sort of had, I didn't have the classic loss of smell or taste. I think I probably just had a regular winter cold. But if you're on that, what's it called, app, then
Zoe.
Zoe
Yes.
app, that's the one. Then, if you sneeze, they want you to take a test. So I've just gone along with it.
Oh, so they referred you 3 times, did they?
They do, yeah.
Right. Well, our son was referred once by them, and he's been working from home and everything, but he was positive.
Oh, was he?
And he's just finished 10 days isolation.
Oh, gosh.
The whole family.
Right, yeah.
His wife wasn't infected, and the son wasn't infected. It's really weird.
They could have been asymptomatic, I guess, could they?
Who
No.
knows?
Yeah. It's a funny old business.
My son-in-law, he's a teacher, so he caught it about the second week of December. But my daughter and grandchildren never got it from him.
Are you still in Italy, Jill?
We are, yes.
Yeah.
We're locked down here. We keep going from red to orange and then back to red again. So we're on red today.
Right.
Are you in a large hall? Because it's echoing. Very interesting.
Oh, it's a very big room, yes, with high ceilings.
Very grand.
She's in her Italian palace. That's what
Yeah. Well, look at the chandelier.
Muy rico.
Right. I was going to ask, ¿has hecho algunas resoluciones de Año Nuevo? He hecho algunas. Estos son los propósitos de Eric. Tengo 3 propósitos. Voy a beber menos alcohol. Voy a perder 5 kilos. Voy a practicar más español. El año pasado dije, voy a beber menos alcohol. Bebí más. Well, it was lockdown. Well, there's nothing else to do in lockdown. Quiero perder 5 kilos. Tengo el mismo peso que enero de 2020. Además, voy a usar menos plástico.
Muy
No
bien.
lo sé, tal vez. Use más cajas de cartón. Gracias, Amazon. ¿Qué propósitos tienen? ¿Alguien hizo resoluciones de Año Nuevo? ¿Podemos escucharlos?
Sí. Intento levantar tempranos y comenzar todos los trabajos, lista de trabajos.
Uh-huh. Good.
Maybe.
Yeah,
maybe.
good. You should early to bed, early to rise, Bren.
Yes.
Anybody else have any resolutions?
Pedir el peso. Siempre.
I hope you're more successful at it than I have been during the past year. At least I haven't put any on. That's the main thing. Hoy damos la bienvenida a un nuevo miembro de nuestro grupo. Él se llama Paul Quick y él organiza el grupo de guitarras de U3A. U3A. Hizo español de nivel A, pero dice que está oxidado, rusty. Sin embargo, un español no diría que está oxidado. Diría, me hace falta la práctica de español. Paul claims to be a little rusty. Where's Paul in our list? There he is. Welcome, Paul. I hope you enjoy the class. I wouldn't worry about being rusty. Some of us are so rusty that we'd need 2 cans of WD-40 to move the parts. But I'm sure you'll soon pick up on things.
Some of us don't know enough to be rusty.
Well, hoy la fecha es el 5 de enero. Mañana es el Día de los Reyes. En la cultura española, la Epifanía o el Día de los Reyes es más importante que el Día de Navidad. My dog's just walked in from her walk, wagging her tail, looking very pleased with herself. Hay desfiles, fiestas y la gente recibe regalos de nuevo. And there's a few pictures here of Los Días del Reyes. This is Liber in Valencia province in Spain, a very ornate church with the 3 kings. One of them looks as if he's recycling his Father Christmas outfit, sitting there for a bit of a performance in church. These are from Simiatog in Bolivar province in Ecuador. Los Reyes llegan a caballo. Melchior trajo oro. We've lost the words from there. Gaspar trajo incienso y Baltasar trajo mirra. They're a colourful lot, the kings, and they should really be riding camels, not horses, if my school nativities are anything to go by. So, ¿qué tenemos esta semana? Nuestro libro Crimen en Barcelona. Tenemos 101 conversations in simple Spanish. Y la tarea. So, empecemos. Let's crack on with let's crack on with our book. Paul, I don't know whether you'll be able to. Yeah, it's on the screen while I'm holding it up. We're about halfway through, so you'd probably get some value out of the book. We do a short reading and discussion about it each week. Somebody reads and somebody translates. So let's crack on with it. Who have we got? Who can we have for reading? I saw a likely reader. Just a moment. Where's she gone? Lorna. Did you read last time, Lorna?
Can't remember.
I don't know. I don't know whether.
No, I don't think so.
No. Okay, that's good. So we'll. Shall we do chapter? Let's do chapter 19, should we? And if you read the first part of that, Lorna, that would be great. Tony, would you be able to translate when Lorna's done the reading?
I could have a go at it. Thank you.
Yeah, excellent. Thank you.
Desde que murió Felipe, Lina no puede usar todo el dinero que desea. Las cuentas y tarjetas de crédito de Felipe están congeladas. Antes de poder volver a usar el dinero, Lina debe esperar al menos 2 o 3 semanas. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. Get a little bit of interference. Maybe those who aren't speaking would mute themselves. That'd be a good plan.
Lo que más le molesta es no poder ir a almorzar o a cenar a restaurantes. Las extensiones de las tarjetas de crédito tampoco funcionan. Lina está angustiada por no tener dinero para gastar. Por eso toma una medida desesperada. Llama por teléfono a Aldo para pedirle dinero prestado.
Muy bien, gracias. Y Tony, ¿puedes traducir?
Since the death of Felipe, Lina was not able to use or spend all the money that she wished. The accounts of the credit cards de Felipe were frozen, or the credit account, the accounts and credit cards of Felipe were frozen. Before she was able to go back to using money, Lina would have to wait at least 2 or 3 weeks.
Yep.
What most bothered her was not able to have lunch or dinner at restaurants. The scope, extensions or scope to use credit cards wasn't working either.
Mm-hmm.
Lina was distressed not to have money to spend. Therefore, she took the desperate action to make a telephone call to Aldo to borrow some money.
Yeah, good. Thanks, Tony. That's pretty much bang on. I must say that that sentence, las extensiones de las tarjetas de crédito tampoco funcionan. I couldn't get a right translation for that in my head. I I sort of know what it means, but I couldn't get every word in there, so it was a bit of a weird one. So the rest of the chapter, Beryl, are you in good voice today? You will be when you unmute yourself. Yeah. And when Beryl's done that, Giselle, would you mind doing a translation? Excellent.
Hola, hola, Aldo. ¿Cómo estás? Hola, madre. Bien. ¿Y tú? Bien. Sabes, desde hace varios días no puedo usar las extensiones de las tarjetas de crédito. Tampoco puedo retirar dinero de las cuentas de Felipe. Es por la investigación. Y bueno, quería pedirte si puedes prestarme algo de dinero. Sí, no hay problema. ¿Necesitas comprar algo urgente? Algunas cosas. También necesito dinero para gastos personales. Cosas de mujeres. Está bien, no te preocupes. Hoy te llevo dinero en efectivo. Hablamos luego. Oh, gracias, hijo.
Thank you, Beryl. Giselle.
Yeah. Hello, Aldo. How are you? Hello, Mum. I'm well, and you? Yes, well. For several days, I've not been able to use the credit cards. I also can't take any money out of Philippe's account. It's because of the investigation. And well, I was wondering whether you could lend me some money. Yes, no problem. Do you need to buy something urgent? Several things. Also, I need money to buy personal things, women's things. That's good. Don't worry. I will send over the money in cash. Speak later. Thanks, son.
Yeah, good. He's a good boy, isn't he, Aldo? Nice chap. And of course, next day, he ships up with a couple of thousand euros for his mum. But it's not really enough to keep her in the lifestyle to which she's accustomed. She needs her jewellery, her perfumes, designer clothes, her imported creams, and her cosmetic surgeries. So a couple of grand's not going to go very far at that rate, is it? Let's have a look at some of the words in here. I thought congelada was a rather appropriate word this week. I've spent most of the week running behind my wife, shutting windows. She's determined that we need windows open, especially during COVID, to circulate some air. The air outside, bloody freezing. Anyway, you can use congelada for water or for bank accounts. So you can say el agua está congelada. The water is frozen, or las cuentas y tarjetas de crédito de Felipe están congeladas, as they did in the book. So it works for bank accounts and ICE. I liked un medida desesperada, a desperate measure. And of course, when we've got desperate measures, we need both noun and adjective pluralized, medidas desesperadas. And you can use desesperada with other nouns. Intentos desesperados, desperate attempts works perfectly well too. Now, normally cognates and close cognates are very good friends, but sometimes they can be a little bit confusing. So deception, for example, you would think meant deception, but it doesn't. It means disappointment. That's one of our false friends, not our cognate friends. Interesting that mientras means while, and tanto means so or so much. So put together, mientras tanto means meanwhile, which is which you'd never get if you didn't know. Los gastos cotinados, daily expenses. And there's a French word, isn't there? Different spelling, but sounds familiar. Is it quotidien? Quotidien, which means daily. We've got a few French speakers. I'm sure somebody will be familiar with that. Los gastos cotinados. Vestidos de marca, branded clothes. It doesn't translate easily, but I think we know it. I'd say that meant designer clothes, designer brands. And I liked in chapter 20, le gusta verse. She likes to see herself. You can also say, me gusta verme. I like to see myself. And me gusta verme bien means I like to look good. Los años no vienen solo. This is quite a good phrase, and it was Lucia, my daughter-in-law's birthday this week, so I sneaked this one into a little congratulation email to her. I don't know how it went down. The years don't come alone. I think we'd say the years mount up, or the years come quickly, or something like that. But poor Olina, she's obviously cracking and creaking. So I have some questions for you. ¿Qué era lo que más molestaba a Lina de no tener dinero? This book's reached that annoying stage where it won't stay open on its own. So let's, who's going to help with that? Carl, can you answer the first question?
Molestaba? I'm not sure what that means.
Bothered.
Ah.
¿Qué era lo que más molestaba a Lina de no tener?
No comer en los restaurantes.
Sí. Lo que, don't forget lo que, the thing, we use that, we use that little phrase quite a lot, didn't we, first week back, and it's been cropping up really regularly in the books. The thing that most bothered her was not being able to go to lunch or dine in restaurants. Lo que más le molestaba era no poder ir a almorzar o cenar a restaurantes. So I've lost some of my people, but I know some are there. Suzanne, are you about still?
I'm here.
Yeah. Anyway, can you do the second one? Porque Lina llamo a Aldo por teléfono.
Lina necesitaba dineros.
Sí. Yo llamo porque quería pedir prestado algo de dinero. She called him because she wanted to ask to borrow some money. Yeah, she wanted a loan. Suzanne. Sorry, just on Suzanne. Susan, I meant to say.
Okay.
¿Cuánto dinero en efectivo le dio Aldo a Lina?
Aldo le dio a Lina 2.000 euros.
Muy bien. Maggie, ¿cuál fue su reacción cuando vio cuánto tenía? That's it.
Lino, no pensé que que fue bastante. No bastante. Does that make sense?
Ella miró el dinero con decepción. We've got that word, disappointment. Decepción, disappointment.
Oh, right.
She looked at the money with disappointment. I wish somebody had stick £2,000 through my letterbox. I'd be well happy. Where are we? Julie, aparte de salir a cenar, ¿en qué gastó Lina su dinero? Julie, you're still on mute, Julie. That's
Taking
it.
time to think.
We can hear you.
Lina compraba los cremas importadas y también las cirugías estéticas.
See, she's got so many things to spend it on. Lina gastó su dinero en perfumes, joyas, y
vestidos de marca.
Yeah. Además gastó dinero en cremas importadas y cirugías estéticas. Muy bien. So we're chugging our way through the book. Let's do 2 more chapters next week. Has anybody got to the end yet? Has anybody got tied up in this and
Yes, I've read it.
couldn't resist getting to the end?
Me.
You did, Sue. Well done. That's good. We'll continue. We'll continue chugging through it, and see what happens next. I think we're back with Enrique, the baddie, next week, but we'll see. So let's move on to 101 Conversations in Simple Spanish. Capítulo 12. El próximo paso. The next step. El camarero lleva a la mesa de Nuria y Alicia todo lo que han ordenado. En la TV del bar siguen las noticias sobre el robo en la mansión de Lorenzo Reyes. So the waiters brought their order to the table and they're watching the television in the bar, following the news about the robbery in Lorenzo Reyes's mansion. Y voy a necesitar 3 actores para interpretar los roles de Nuria, Alicia y el camarero. Can I ask Jane to be Nuria? Is that okay, Jane? And let's as Apple is Apple. Could you be Alicia Apple? And El Camarero. Let's ask Paul. Would you be El Camarero, Paul?
Sí.
Muy bien, muy bien. So, empecemos.
Muchas gracias. ¿Podría traernos un poco de azúcar?
Sí, de inmediato.
¿Qué hacemos ahora?
Pues nada, ¿por qué quieres hacer algo? La detective Sánchez trabaja en el caso.
Pero es divertido. Creo que debemos ir a la casa de Lorenzo Reyes.
Perdón por entretenerme, pero Lorenzo Reyes no vive en una casa, vive en una mansión.
Ah, es un hombre rico. Oh, sorry.
¿Es un hombre rico?
Sí, muy rico. Tiene una enorme colección de arte.
¿Sabe usted dónde vive?
Sí, claro. Vive allí enfrente, cruzando esta calle. Pueden ver su mansión desde aquí mismo.
La cuenta, por favor.
So Alicia's keen to. This pair have got me tearing my hair out. I don't know why they can't just keep their snouts out. You know, when they spot a robbery, they don't do anything, and now the police are involved. They can't stop themselves interfering. What a pair they are. I think there's not a great deal to look at here. A few words that were unfamiliar to me. I think useful again to it said siguen las noticias sobre el robo. They were following the news about the robbery on the TV. Siguen, they follow. I thought it was not. I've not I've not used seguir that much, to be honest with you. So it's useful. Made you think, could use it like that. Podría traernos, could you bring us? Quite useful if you're in a cafe. We did sort of role play in cafes a couple of years ago, ordering food and things like that. So I don't think we did podría traernos. Would you be able to bring us? Quite a nice English phrase, that, isn't it? Lots of English charm about it. Pues uses, who said pues? Yeah, Nuria, she says, what are we going to do now, says Alicia. And Nuria says, pues nada. Well, nothing. Pues is one of those filler words that's really useful. And I think Lena used another one, bueno, in our book we've just read, page we've just read. So handy words when you can't think of the right word to say. In English we say but the Spanish have pues and bueno to add to their arsenal of and ums. That's good. So just going to have a quick look at last week's homework. We had a video from Maria, Why Not Spanish, about parts of the car. Did anybody think of any bits of the car that were missing that they didn't have on the list? I noticed she mentioned los neumáticos, the tires, and las llantas, rims. She called them llantas because she's Latin American, and of course double L is a J over there, llantas. But she didn't mention wheels, las ruedas. Windscreen wipers was a good one. Limpia parabrisas. Windscreen washers. One is limpia, to clean. The other is lava, to wash. Lava parabrisas. Limpia parabrisas is quite an intimidating word when you come across it, but it's not that hard to say, really. Some other words in the video. Can we remember what they are? We had quite a few. Ken, I know you've had a few dodgy cars in your time because we've seen. Can you tell us what these bits of cars are? You need to unmute yourself. That's it.
The first one, no, right?
Capo is it's a hood. It's the hood.
The hood, the canopy.
Capo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The battery.
Yeah.
The directional lights indicators.
Uh-huh.
The lower lights.
Yeah, dipped beam, I think that would be.
Say that again. Lower beam.
Yeah, low regular headlights, but low beam.
Low
Yeah.
beam. Then the fog lights, I would think.
Yeah, niebla is
yeah.
So anti-niebla.
The lights. Not sure what the next one. Traffic.
It's a tail, isn't it?
Tail lights.
Yeah. There's some Peruvian dance which has a a tail on. I think where the dancers wear a paper tail and they dance
We
around.
have la trasera before, and it meant bum.
It's what? Sorry.
Didn't we have that word before, la trasera, and it meant bum when we did like body parts?
Yeah. Well, yes. Yeah. Tail. Yeah. That's there. Bottom. Yeah. So but it's a tail. So it's tail lights. Yeah. Las luces de frenos, Ken?
Ooh. Well, frenos. Brake lights. Oh, brake lights. Brake lights.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then presumably the bumpers, the back bumpers.
Yeah. Yeah. She used two words for bumpers: defensa delantera and parachoque. Both were bumpers, which were quite good.
Bonnet. Oh, I see. Yeah.
Yeah. So bateria was a nice easy one, wasn't it? And I thought I've been quite lucky with cars abroad. I've never had a breakdown abroad, but I know a few people that have, and pretty good chance you might get a flat battery. We'd call it a flat battery. What would the Spanish say?
Rota.
Yeah. Have you had a flat battery, Bryn, in Spain? What did you call it?
Right.
Never.
Without swearing.
I said it's rota, but I don't think that was the right word.
You'd say broken.
Bateria muerta.
Dead. Yeah, I think that would work.
Well, they'd understand, wouldn't they?
They would, yeah. Well, we could say, mi coche no arranca, my car won't start. No, it won't start. And a couple of problems with the battery. Tiene la batería gastada. It has a dead battery, effectively.
Did you say non-funcionar?
Non-function. You say
non-funcionar.
Mi coche no funciona.
Yeah.
Yeah. No arranca, it won't start. It's same thing. And se me acabó la batería. We used acabar for a number of different phrases last year. A sort of when you run out of things. Me acabó la leche. I've run out of milk. So my battery's run out is what you're saying there. And you might ask somebody, ¿hay cables de puente? Bridging cables. ¿Hay pasacorrientes?
Oh yeah.
Which will pass
jump leads.
Jump leads, yeah, exactly. Pasacorrientes. Something that will pass a current. Tony's started lots of cars and boats and has all the right equipment, don't you, Tony?
Sure thing.
Yeah. So, más palabras de los coches. How about these, Bryn? Can you
Matrícula del Plata.
Oh, yeah.
No.
License plates. Yeah.
So el parabrisas, that sounds like something similar.
The windscreen, parabrisas. As in limpio parabrisas, windscreen wipers.
No.
Maletto is what's a maletto?
Case, purse.
Case, yeah. So el maletero is the boots, the trunk. I think they call it the trunk in America, don't they? And
Sure, yeah, that
I
works.
guess
Yeah.
that's yeah.
The next one's something to do with security.
Yeah.
Frank?
Full on.
Seatbelt.
Put on stops trousers falling down. Cinturón de seguridad is seat belts. La palanca.
It should be a dance, really.
Gear stick.
Yeah.
That's the rear mirror view. That is.
Visores, yes.
And the timon is the hat. The steering wheel, is it?
Timon.
Timon, the steering wheel. Volante. That's something to do with the speed.
Speedo.
And the last one is the control panel.
Okay, let's see if Bryn's got the bits of his car in the right order. Yeah, I thought Timon was maybe Latin American. Volante's steering wheel. So I'm not because she's from Colombia. Maria does throw in a few Latin American words that are familiar to her. Panel de control, dashboard, like that one. And we've got another little list here, which who's not had a go yet? We've not heard from Shanta, have we? Are you with us, Shanta?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Can you have a look at those car bits and tell us?
El odómetro is odometer. El medidor de gasolina is gas meter. Tachometro is tachometer. Velotimetro is the speedometer.
Yeah.
The la caja de cambios is gearbox. Transmisión automática is gear shift or automatic thing, automatic transmission.
Yeah.
Transmission manual is manual transmission or manual gear. Los pedales is pedals.
It's the pedals. Yeah, good. We've gone through the lot there. Odometro, mileometer. Medidor de gasolina, fuel gauge. Tachometro, velocimetro, rev counter and speedo. And then we've got transmisión automática. Most cars in the States are automatics, of course, aren't they? So that sort of made sense. So that was a pretty comprehensive walk around a car. I think it's useful to know the bits of the car, particularly if we're traveling abroad. It's always useful when bits drop off to know what to ask for when you're going back down the road looking for them. And we also had el freno or los frenos, the brakes, embrague, el freno de mano, and la guantera. So, freno is the brakes, embrague is clutch. Don't forget when we get G-U-E, the U isn't sounded. It just hardens the G, so it's a hard G. Embrague. El freno de mano, a handbrake, and la guantera, guantas, gloves, aren't they? Las guantas. So guantera is a glove box. I've never ever put a pair of gloves in a glove box in a car. and I don't think I know anybody that has. I mean, driving gloves were all the rage when I was a lad. I used to get these leather things with string backs. I don't know if you remember them, but I bought my dad a few pairs of them for Christmas, thinking this would be a great present. And he stuck them in a drawer somewhere and never used them. I don't think
Stuck them in the glove box, Eric.
in his glove box, maybe he did, but his glove box wasn't in the car. I think those were in the days when heaters weren't so effective. We used to have car coats and glove boxes and driving gloves. These the concept of the heated steering wheel was way down on Mr. Ford's list of potential accessories. So that's today's lesson. For homework, I'd like us to try to write some sentences. We've got some new words today in the book, some new ones for me. Maybe you could write 3 sentences using some of the words that we've learned today. Pick one that you think would be useful and go with that.
Are you talking about out of the book we're reading, or from the car video, or
whichever, Suzanne? Whichever.
Okay.
Yeah, any words that you think would be useful. It's a good way just to get them to stick in our heads. So 3 sentences, and if you send them to me, we'll take a look at some of them. The best of the best next week, and any alcohol themed
What?
alcohol themed sentences, Bryn.
Yeah.
We'll take a dim view of. There's also a video that I've suggested watching from Andrea at Spanish Land. She does the YouTube channel Spanish Land School, and there's a video there that maybe you'd watch, and we'll take a look at that next week. So if you can mail me the sentences, maybe by close of play on Friday, that would be great. Gives me a chance to take a look at them before our lesson next week. Any questions on today's lesson? No? Stunned silence.
Eric,
everybody's on mute, so that's great. Thanks ever so